I'm realizing that I can't afford to be single. Hear me out, because I know that sounds crazy. I went to Food Line on my lunch break just to grab, some stuff for the house. And for what I plan to eat for the next 3 days, it cost me like $87. Trying to figure out how. I barely eat. $87. And it's like I could carry everything in my hand outside the case of water. When did food get so high? Like when I got my first apartment, $120 was enough for me, my daughter, and my kid's dad for the month. $120 is what I spent, and we ate full meals every day. I'm so confused. Like, I feel like I need to be in a relationship so this guy can fund all my food.
Wow. I was not expecting that last part. Whoa, she said she wants a relationship so this man can pay for her food. Tell me that you're broke without telling me that you're broke.
Hide the money, y'all. There's poor people around.
I saw a comment that said men are in love, women are in business, because she's looking for a relationship so the man can fund her food. She should have stayed with her child's father. You would have been balling on social media that you broke.
Oh, my God.
You're a distraction. Just shut the up talking to me. All you want to do is stress me out and make me shut the up talking to me. I need $20,000 in my hand by tomorrow. That's how I'm feeling. I can't even sit down, y'all. Get this video to 18 million views. So maybe I'll make $18 off of it. Please. I'm losing it. And you think I'm worried about a nigga? Oh, hell no. I'm losing it, bitch. I gotta buy an apartment, bitch. Rent $2,900. Oh, hell no. 1 year rent is $30,000. Oh, $30,000. Hey, hold on. How much more money can I make? Hey, I'm not doing shit for free. The price went up, bitch. Fuck you telling me. Girl, I know you're not crying.
Yeah.
The ghetto.
But you see, these women get on TikTok and they do stuff like that for attention, but they notice that in order to get a viral video, they have to talk down about men. So notice that's why she said what she said in the beginning, even though it's just attention she wants, even though she just needs help with her rent, she's still gonna talk down about men because she know, okay, that increases her chances of paying her rent.
I feel like nobody's talking about this, so I am going to. Why is this that being single is actually so expensive? I have signed up for every hobby you could think of. I have gone on yoga retreats. I have signed up for surfing. I have signed up for pottery, hot yoga, hot Pilates, sitting at coffee shops. I physically have been trying to pour into my cup and fill up my free time, but I didn't know how expensive that this was going to be. And I physically and financially can just not anymore. I don't know what else to do. I can't believe that this is what life has come to.
You know, it's funny because she's claiming that being single is expensive for her. Meanwhile, being in a relationship is expensive for men. Cause y'all know that one video when he was like, you're in a relationship and you go out to dinner and the bill is like $80+ and you risk an argument, or when you're single and you go to dinner and the bill is $16 and you just sit there in peace and eat your food. But I'm intrigued at how they can see that, oh my gosh, it's so expensive. Being single is so expensive, but they can't see how it's expensive for a man to be paying for all their dates and then paying for their nails and paying for their hair and all these things.
Them gal are wicked, them wicked, them wicked. Them gal are wicked, them wicked, them wicked.
Ladies, you started talking to him and then he started glitching, right? Things started going really good. And then they started going really bad. And you're in confusion. We're just going to have to settle. We're just going to have to settle and understand that we're his first bad bitch. And this is a phenomenon that has been taking place since forever, since the beginning of time. You know, they bite off more than they can chew. They try you try them back, and then they crumble before your very eyes. Listen, a lot of these men are going to try to make it seem like they lost interest and, it was you. And, they just, probably just got ghosty. But the bottom line is that they said they were equipped. Turns out they're not equipped. And now it's your fault, right? No. And when I say bad bitch, I'm not talking about, appearance. No. That's just the basics. I'm talking about you might have been the first vibe, in addition to those aesthetics, that man has caught, okay? I'm talking about the first time he has ever seen a fine woman make him giggle and sniggle, okay? I'm talking about the first time he has ever seen the riz in full effect outside of the aesthetic. And it's probably got him shaking in his boots. But here's what I'm going to tell you. That's not your problem. That's his problem. And if he can't understand that he's worth good things, then he's going to self-sabotage. So you keep your standards, okay? Because they know what they're doing, even when they don't know what they're doing. So self-correction, self-accountability is due. And if they can't pay up, they got to get right or they get left. You understand? So, with that being said, you might be his first bad bitch.
Now hear me out. And in their head, every woman is a 10. Every woman is a bad bitch. That means he has never dated anyone. Because if every woman is a bad bitch, how would you be his first?
Use your common sense.
But to me, this sounds like she's trying to convince herself. This sounds like she was trying to talk herself up like, nah, girl. You got ghosted because you're his first bad bitch. And it's like, nah, sis. You got ghosted because he didn't want you.
I said what I said.
You got ghosted because there's no value in you. You got ghosted because of your blonde wig. And you got ghosted because you run to TikTok for every little thing. You get your personality from TikTok. That is why you got ghosted. Not because you're first bad bitch. Because in other words, what she's trying to say is he's intimidated by you. Nah. It's not no intimidation, none. It's because you don't have no value. And the sooner these women come to the realization is the sooner that they can put in the work and improve themselves. But they're too far gone in their delusion, and their pride and their ego prevents them from coming to that realization that you're just not as great as you think you are. Simple.
A girl posted a video about how we are in a single epidemic, like an overwhelmingly large amount of people who are single. Yet everyone seems to be looking for love. And I'd like to add my 2 cents as to why I think that is. I think it's 3 main things. I think 1, everything has to be social media approved now. It's not enough for you to find somebody that makes you happy. You also have to find someone that is going to put you in a relationship where you're able to brag about it all on social media. And that's not helpful. 2, the idea that there is going to be this perfect person who completely understands you upon meeting them, and you won't have to communicate the way that you want to be treated, and you won't have to have these tough conversations, and everything will just work out perfectly. That's not helpful. And then 3, which I think is like probably the most deadly, and something that I myself am very guilty of, is that we have gotten so far into like encouraging everyone to be independent and be happy on their own, which is important. I say it all the time. It is very important. But I think that we're kind of in a point where we've overcorrected. Like, you keep seeing this rhetoric of like, oh, you don't owe people this, you don't owe people that, like, you don't have to put up with that. And I think that you guys are missing the fact that, like, when you are in a relationship with someone, even if it's not romantic, even in a friendship, there are going to be aspects of this relationship that are not necessarily pleasant all the time. And the solution can't always be, well, never mind, I'm just going to be single. I'm just going to be by myself. Or let's just go no contact. Let's just not even be friends anymore. That's not the solution. Everything cannot be solved by, oh, I'll just be by myself and let's just not do this anymore. That's not how you stay in a relationship. Yes, you do need to be independent. Yes, you need to get to a place where you are happy on your own. But if you want to be in a relationship, it is going to come with tough decisions, and decisions that will come where you could make the choice to say, I'm just going to be single. Let's just not try anymore. Or you could compromise and be patient and be forgiving. Like, being in a relationship of any sort, again, not even romantic, being in any sort of relationship is going to cause you to have some sort of a conflict. And you can't solve conflict if your very first or last answer
is to just say, let's forget it. Let's just split up. That's not how you stay together. I'm glad and I'm grateful that society and women specifically, really women, have moved past a point of needing to be in a relationship because, like, if you weren't attached to a man, then you could not provide for yourself. I'm glad for that. But the reason why your grandparents and all of them stayed together was because they had to stay together and they didn't have any choice. And that it's great that we're not in that anymore. But I do think in order to maintain a long-term partnership, especially with someone you want to be with for the absolute rest of your life, you do need to have a mindset of like, okay, I'm going to be in this. Like, leaving actually is not an option. Like, I'm going to stay and I'm going to make this relationship the best that I can make it because that's what I committed to. That's what I decided to do. And leaving and being by myself is not an option. But when everybody is so quick to say, let's just give up, throw my hands up and walk away, you can't stay together that way. That doesn't make any sense. And again, this is something that I'm guilty of. I've talked about this multiple times. Like, I'm the very first person to throw my hands up and say, just don't call me no more. Leave me alone. But again, that's not how you stay in a relationship. And I think that a lot of us are at that place, both men and women, where we have decided it's easier to just be by myself. And yes, it is easier in a lot of ways for you to be by yourself, but that doesn't mean that that is the answer, especially since there's only so much growing and self-development and healing that you can do when you're by yourself. Once you get to a certain point, you need someone there to reflect you back to you. You need someone to show you your shortcomings. You need somebody to show you the things in you that still need to be healed. So being single and being alone and just giving up on having relationships as soon as they get tough is not the answer. And I really do think that is why we're in such an epidemic.
I actually agree with her. She made some solid points. Beside the point when she was talking about, back in the day, women didn't have rights.
Feminists, lies.
But I honestly feel like she just had to say that because she know it's TikTok. And if you don't put that in there, if you don't, put some kind of woman rights something in there, they're gonna call her a pick me. But majority of the video, I do agree with her. I think we were brainwashing to thinking like, oh, this over independence, like, and we see mostly on women's side. We don't see men walking around talking about I'm strong, independent, and I can pay all my bills.
No.
It's mostly on women's side. So what we gonna do about it?
Single people can't catch a break. The true winners of this life are happy couples that live together. Because let me tell you why. They get to split everything. Depending on your dynamic, your man might be taking everything on, even better. But what do you mean I'm single and I have to pay every single bill? I have to pay rent. I have to pay council tax, groceries, internet. Oh my God, it's just never ending. The winner of the cost of living crisis is happy couples that live together. Shout out you guys. You won. You won.
Everybody feeling this, okay? It says everywhere. But the thing is that these women are so selfish and one-sided. Like, they're looking at how can I benefit. I want a man to come and help me pay my bills. I want to live a comfortable life. I don't want to have to stress and figure out how I'm going to buy groceries. But none of them asking, okay, what can I give to a man? What can I do in return? Because these same women who are bawling that, oh my gosh, single life is so hard, are the same women who are talking about they're not going to go 50-50. So you can realize and acknowledge that the economy is bad and that things are raising and groceries are expensive. But then at the same time, you want a man to cover 100% of the bill? It exposes your selfishness. You get what I'm saying? You see why men are like, get to the chopper! Because these women realize how hard it is for just them one and their children, but they really want a man to come and pay every single one of the bill while they sit down on their money and have the soft life.
Them gal are wicked, them wicked, them wicked. Them gal are wicked, them wicked, them wicked.
Y'all watch this video when she said, shut up and pay bills. Because paying bills is a man's job. You cannot make this up. Big up yourself. I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.